Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Henry of Dixon United Methodist Church. And for today's reading, we will be in John chapter 17, verses 22 to 23. And this is what it says: There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not reached perfection in love. Read John chapter 17, verses 22 to 23 again, and think about the passage a bit. Then I invite you to reflect on the following question. What do you think it means to be perfected in love? What do you think it means to be perfected in love? Julian of Norwich illuminates what she calls a reverent fear in comparison to other forms of fear. She writes that it is this reverent fear that makes us hastily to flee from everything that is not good and to fall in our Lord's breast as the child into the mother's arms with all our intention and with all our mind, knowing our feebleness and our great need, knowing His everlasting goodness and His blessed love, seeking only in Him for salvation, cleaving to Him with faithful trust. That fear which leads us in this direction is gentle and gracious, and good and true, and all that is opposed to this is either wrong or mixed with wrong. It is a fear, there is a fear that can drive a person, a community, a group of people, even a country toward exclusion, war, and violence. This fear is toxic that leads to physical, mental, and spiritual harm. We are called to fear the Lord, but it is not a fear that leads to harm and exclusion. Instead, for Julian, it is a reverent fear in God that leads to gentleness, to things that are good, which I would argue is extending love toward neighbor and stranger. Fear should not lead us toward retribution or punishment. Instead, fear should lead toward healing, should lead us toward restoration, especially with the things that have been broken. And ultimately, it is not fear driving decisions that are being made, but at the root of a reverent type of fear is a compassionate and tender love. Today, I invite you to do the following. First, write about a time when you have responded to fear. Was it a reverent or a toxic response to that fear? And then pray. Pray for those who are controlled by their own fears. Pray for those who are being exploited by violence or social forces to keep them fearful. And pray for those engaging in fear-mongering, that they may instead spread a message of peace, love, and hope. May you all have a blessed day.